This man found a strange clue in his wedding photo. His wife's two fingers were crossed in a way that looked like a silent apology to God. This sign meant their marriage wasn't real. The next day, Truman didn't ask his wife directly. Instead, he went close to her, acting normal, trying to find out what she was hiding for all these years. But his wife seemed to already know what Truman was planning. She quickly made an excuse, saying she had an urgent surgery to do. Normally, she wasn't this busy, but today, she was acting very different. Seeing this, Truman's doubts became stronger. As his wife was about to leave, Truman casually said, "I'll cross my fingers for you." She stopped, looked back, forced a smile, and rushed out. Truman quietly followed her to the hospital, but a nurse stopped him at the entrance. He pretended to leave, but quickly turned and followed the nurse. On the way, a crowd of patients in wheelchairs blocked his path. Truman smartly changed his route. In the corridor, he bumped into a nurse pushing a trolley. He said, "Let me help you." After crossing all obstacles, Truman finally reached the operating room. But what he saw looked like bad acting. Just as the surgeon was about to begin, the patient, who was supposed to be unconscious, suddenly sat up. Truman realized this whole setup was fake. His wife wasn't really a doctor, but he had no idea the lie was this big. It wasn't just his wife who was fake. Truman noticed that everything around him was repeating in a pattern. To test this, he started doing strange things. He stopped in the middle of the road to tie his shoe, then sat down and carefully watched the world around him. He finally believed everyone and everything was on a loop. He looked for a break in the pattern and spotted a strange man in the crowd. The man, wearing a cap, was watching Truman closely. But when Truman noticed him, he quickly disappeared. Truman tried to follow, but a bus suddenly stopped in front of him. At that moment, he remembered the next vehicle would be green. He turned with confidence and tried to stop the green car. That moment made him believe even more that something was wrong. He suddenly ran into a company building where no one recognized him. People panicked seeing it. When the elevator doors opened, Truman saw it wasn't a lift, but the backstage of a TV set. A security guard told him it was under construction and pushed him out. But this excuse only raised more doubt. After all these strange events, Truman realized he had only seen a glimpse of the truth. In reality, he was living on a giant set. An island called Tao Yun was filled with 6,000 hidden cameras that were broadcasting Truman's life non-stop. 2 billion people watched his birth, and 190 countries saw him learning to walk. The ocean was fake, the sky was fake, and even the people on the island were fake. They had lived, worked, and grown with Truman for 30 years. He lived under the eyes of cameras. Even his wife had given up her youth just to play his wife. The audience was tired of fake expressions and overacting, so a director created The Truman Show, the world's most famous reality show.